Welcome to HomeKit 5. I'm Josh.
I'm Brayden.
Welcome back this week. We have some new stuff going on in our setup. We've got the 4K video camera going now. It seems like the autofocus is a lot better on that thing. So hopefully that'll come across a little bit better. We do have this light on again behind us to try to give some depth. I'm not very impressed. We got the Life Smart and it's just, that thing is not, it's not bright. I don't know. Maybe because it's against black paint. And I've got a mic that matches Brayden's mic. So hopefully the sound levels will be better. So yeah, we'll see. All right, let's dive into it. This week we're going to talk about Flic, Misa, Akara, and Hue.
Yep.
All right.
This first story came from my good friend Luke. He sent this over and I was like, oh, I might as well talk about that on the podcast today.
Yeah.
The Flic 2 is the new generation of Flic. It is a hub that comes with buttons, and the buttons work over Bluetooth, and they use the watch coin cell batteries. It says up to 3 years of life.
Yeah. And you can put little stickers on them too, which is kind of nice. So when you hook it up to like do an automation or something, you can just put, like they have one with like a play pause button on it for music controls. Mm-hmm. It's interesting stuff.
Yeah. The buttons can stick to any surface. You can buy a metal clip for like a carabiner or backpack attachment. Yeah.
Looks like they have actions for push, double push, hold, and you can kind of do different things based on that. They have support for, it hooks into HomeKit, but they also have support for like if this then that and other things. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this. Like it's a little pricey. The starter kit's $160. You get the hub and 3 Flic buttons.
Yeah.
I don't see, they do have an option where you can get like the mega pack and it comes with an IR transmitter as well, which is I think is kind of interesting, especially for like dealing with like I guess home theater setup type stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Like I prefer the NFC tag for this kind of thing, but there's the downside of like I'm not sure that I can share an NFC tag shortcut with you. We might have to try that out later. I'll share you one and see if it works with the same NFC tag. If that's the case, that's not so bad. I could just set it up once and then share it to everybody in the house. But I really don't want to have to like make the shortcut 4 times. Kind of a limitation of how shortcut NFC tag stuff works. But you know, these buttons, you just kind of like set it up and anyone could hit it, right? So that is an advantage there. But it does use Bluetooth 5 LE, so you can, you can put the hub somewhere, and you know it's good up to like 50 meters indoors. It said so. It's an interesting product.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
Speaking of interesting products,
Misa has put out a smart thermostat for air conditioners. So we've seen them come out with like an in-floor heating thermostat and like support for baseboard thermostats. This one looks like, though, it's not like a hardwired product. It's something that's kind of standalone. It looks like maybe it has an IR emitter. So we got the story from HomeKit News, and they mentioned that it can work with window-based units, portable ACs, and ductless mini-split AC units as long as they have a remote control with a display. So to me, that the remote control part is probably where the control's coming in. It looks like it has a little window for an IR emitter on the front, and then it hooks up to Wi-Fi, and then you can add it to HomeKit. So my guess is you could use this in the US market. They're in Canada, but if you can get your hands on one, I would assume you just tell it like what IR codes to emit. Yeah. Maybe it's got like a learning mode where you can tell it what to do. And then you just install it and you can control that AC unit. So kind of interesting.
I see this working in like an apartment.
Yeah,
type situation?
I feel like most houses in the U.S. nowadays are, they're going to have a central AC that's worked through a furnace, and you would just use something like the Nest or the Ecobee. So,
yeah. The Akara M2 Hub, it surfaced on JD.com. This new rendition of the Akara Hub supports up to 64 Zigbee devices. Looks similar to an Echo Dot.
It does. It looks like it's going to sit on the table like an Echo Dot does.
Yes. It has an RJ45 jack on the back. Sorry, I misspoke. It's not 64 Zigbee devices. It's IR devices.
Oh, I think it is also 60. It'll support up to 64 devices going forward as well.
Okay.
Because the current one, I'm pretty sure, has 32 support for 32 devices in the one that plugs in right to the it goes straight into the wall powered outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why I couldn't think of the word outlet. But it does look like this one actually sits on the table and then gets plugged into power. So
yeah, it also works over Bluetooth 5.0.
Has Wi-Fi support.
The official page does not mention Bluetooth connectivity as one of the options. But it could be a future option for connection to Bluetooth.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting too. It mentions Bluetooth mesh.
Interesting.
Because it might work with the Mi devices, the Xiaomi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'll upgrade. I don't know that we'll be hitting the 32 device limit. And does this have the speaker on it? One of the things I liked is, the current hub is also a security system. I'm giving air quotes here. If you're listening to the podcast. Anyway, I don't know. I'm definitely excited to see more news about it though.
Yeah.
So last up, Philip Hughes. This did come from hublog.de. They're talking about all the stuff coming out for fall 2020. Mm-hmm. It's not clear to me if we're going to see all these products in the U.S. or if this is a Europe-only thing. I'm hoping we get all these in the U.S.
Yeah.
But anyway, they have some new E14 lamp bulbs available. One's the luster bulb. It's gonna be in it's like a blunted kind of light bulb look, and it's gonna come in a fixed color, but can go up to 470 lumens, which is what the candle already does. Now they're gonna make a new E14 candle lamp that will do Zigbee and Bluetooth, and that's also in a kind of a fixed white color.
And an ambience version.
Oh, they do? Yeah, they do have a color version there. Okay. I think the thing I'm maybe most excited about, though, are these E27 base bulbs. They're basically going to come out with a giant globe that's clear and has the Edison-style filament look to it. And then they're going to have the Edison-shaped bulb with the kind of the old-timey filament look as well. So nice soft mood lighting there. I am quite excited for this. I hope it comes in at a decent price. It is a fixed color temperature from the looks of it, and a max brightness of 550 lumens. So exciting stuff there. And then this last one, this is actually nice looking too. It's the Iris, which has a plug that comes out of the back. It's full white and color ambiance, but it can put out 570 lumens, and it's got this clear back to it. So we just see this, it's like a bowl, like a clear bowl.
Yeah, it's like a bowl around a flashlight.
Yeah, kind of, but it's really good looking. Yeah, I think it's a very modern look, and it comes in either a very clear white version, or they have a smoky glass in the black version. But I think these look amazing. I might have to pick up a couple of these to try. And then they also have these pendant lights. They had a white version, the Ensis, I think. And it's a dangling pendant, but now it's gonna come in a black version. So it's like a long, skinny bar. Looks like it's maybe 2.5, 3 feet long.
Yeah.
But very, very thin. That's nice looking too.
Yeah.
I don't really have a usage for that one, but if I did, I'd probably put it in my house. It's nice looking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is it for this week. I want to say thank you for tuning in. We didn't get any comments on YouTube last week. I'm not sure what happened. I think I dropped it at a weird time and just like not a lot of people got notified about it or something. I don't know if you looked on Apple.
Not yet.
Okay. As always, I want to say thank you for watching. And if you have suggestions for what we can do better here, we're always listening, paying attention, and happy to talk about any of the stuff that we have played with or worked on, and give you our opinions about it. We did shoot a video on that Eufy video doorbell. We've been kind of shooting it today, and then we'll probably use it over the next week. And then we'll give some final thoughts and wrap up that video. So look for that to be coming. Not specifically HomeKit, but the hope is that we'll see that firmware update and it'll show up in HomeKit. But it is nice. It looks good. Yeah.
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 Okay. There was a change to a comment.
Oh.
So apparently, last week, I think it was the person that I thought was Austin.
Yeah.
It wasn't Austin.
Oh, okay.
It was just a person from Cleveland.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, thank you for commenting.
Yeah.
And clarifying that.
As always, thank you for watching. If you can, be sure to share this on social media. We don't really put a lot of effort there. We try to put it into getting the content and building quality content. So help us by sharing this out. And we'll see you again next week.